Yo, what's up everybody? Jumpin here, and I am back on some Nioh 2, and today I want to actually show you guys some tips and strategies on how you can get these star effects. I knew that these were going to be a pain the moment I seen them because I played Nioh 1, and I really hated the star effects in Nioh 1. The RNG can be horrible. Now, I made a build video, and I did talk a little bit about these in that video, and I also promised that I would make this video. But I said in that video, and this is true, it's a lot easier to get star effects on set bonuses. So for example, the Moon Prayer set here, I actually have 2 star effects on this. It's really difficult to get 2, at least 2 good ones. One is damage, one is key damage. Both of those are good. So this is hard to get, but it's a lot easier to get this on a set bonus than it is on a grace bonus, because that is the real problem. There are 10 grace bonuses right now in the game. So the RNG is you have to get the right grace bonus plus the right star effect. So that is extremely rare and really annoying. Now I will be talking about armor, and also you can get these on weapons. Mainly the one you want is attack bonus stat, because that's going to add some extra damage. I wouldn't worry about it so much on the weapon though, I'll be honest. And once again, it's the same thing. If it's a set bonus, it's a lot easier to get. If it's a grace bonus, it's extremely hard to get. In fact, I would even try on a weapon. I just would not do that at all. But I'm going to actually start with the accessories, because these are actually really easy to get. And there is one star effect on the accessory that's really good, and that is melee damage versus 0 key enemy. Now, the reason why this is so good is because this can stack with other damage bonuses. For example, melee damage versus poison enemy, you can have that and melee damage versus 0 key enemy. So if you poison the enemy and then you lower the key to 0, you're doing 40% more damage, or at least pretty close to 40%, with this one accessory. That's a lot of damage. Plus, you can do the same thing on your other accessory. Now, I haven't done it on the flute yet, but that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to go and do this. I'm going to show you how you can do this. And like I said, this is actually a lot easier than all the other strategies. It does take a little bit of time, but it normally only takes about 10 or 15 minutes total to actually get that particular star effect, because you got to get the right one. You got to get the melee damage versus 0 key enemy. So to do this, what we need to do is we need to go to the Viper's Sanctum. This is in Region 1, and this is the level with the snake boss at the end. And what we're going to be able to do on this level is we're going to be able to re-roll the accessory. So it's basically like we're getting it to drop over and over again. And every time it drops, it's going to have a chance to actually drop with a star effect. And we're going to do this until it drops with the melee damage versus 0 key enemy star effect. Alrighty guys, well I'm in the mission right now, and what I need to show here, if you don't know about this, is the boss is right over here. So you have to get to the point of the mission right before the boss, and over here there is a dark realm. So you're going to want to clear this dark realm over here, and then there's a shrine. And what we're going to do is we're going to use this giant Sudama over here to actually re-roll the accessory that we want. Now, the reason why we do this level is because it's super quick to run over to this thing, and basically just you exit back to the main menu if you don't get what you want. And by doing that, it doesn't save the game. So we can just keep doing this over and over again until we will get what we want. Now, this was known for a while with the soul cores. You can reroll soul cores doing this if you want to get like different stats on them. But a lot of people might not know that you can do this with accessories as well. So the way that this works is you need to walk over to it. You need to actually, I like to sort this by ability. That way the accessories are on the bottom, like you could see. And then I'm going to pick the flute, which is the one I want to actually re-roll. And then I'm going to pick another one that I don't care about. Probably this one, for example. So we're going to drop that on the ground, and then we're going to drop this one on the ground. And now it's going to run up and pick up the flute. It's going to pick up the other one. Now, the other one will disappear, but because I'm not saving the game and I'm going to exit because I'm probably not going to get the right one I want, then it won't save that. But in the end, once I actually do get the one that I want, it will save it. So now I need to check it, and see what I got. And look, I actually did get a star effect on the very first attempt, but it's not the one I'm looking for. So now I'm going to go ahead and exit back to the main menu, and then I'm going to load it back up and keep doing it until I get the right star effect. Alrighty, well, I have been doing this for about 20 minutes now, and this has been like the longest it's ever taken to get this effect to pop up. But I have gotten other star effects. I've gotten active skill damage to pop up twice, and the problem with that is you don't really want that or general melee damage because it cannot stack with the melee damage versus poison enemy, where the melee damage versus zero key enemy can stack, so that's why you want that one so much. But I did finally get it. And I'm happy I got it, because I will actually mess with this one. I will temper it, and I'll use it for this katana build that I showed in my video before. But I just was lazy. I never really felt like getting this, but I decided for the purpose of this video, why not? I'll actually take the time to get this melee damage versus zero key enemy to show on how this works. But this is a really easy way of getting these star effects on the accessories, and it just will take a little bit of time, a little bit of farming, but it is worth it. I will definitely say that you should do this if you have the time, because it is worth it. Now, I'm going to show you guys how you can get the star effects on your weapon or your armor, and this is going to involve a little bit of an exploit, but it is totally worth it if you want to save materials and actually guarantee that you will eventually get these star effects. Now, before we actually start forging and trying to get the star effects, we're going to make a backup copy of our save. Now, we're doing this so that we can save scum. Save scumming is really great if you're trying to exploit the star effects. If you're trying to get them and get them in a reasonable amount of time without using a ridiculous amount of resources, save scumming is amazing for that. Now, the way that this essentially works is we're going to make a backup copy of our save. We're going to hop back on the game. We're going to forge. Now, if we don't get the star effect that we want within a certain amount of time, really, it's all about the materials, because the materials can be annoying to get. So you don't want to waste a ton of materials trying to get a star effect. So normally there's like a limit. Let's say you only want to use 20 materials on one particular piece. So you forge it 20 times, and if you don't get the star effect to pop up within those 20 times, then you go and retrieve your save, and it basically restores it like it never happened. And you just keep trying and trying, and because it's all RNG, eventually it will pop up. And sometimes it can pop up within the first 5 attempts at forging, which is like, okay, that's great, because that saves me a lot of resources that way. So that's essentially what save scumming is all about. I'm also going to be showing you how to get more materials as well, because that is actually kind of important for this. You do want to have as many materials as possible, and I can actually show you how to get unlimited materials. Now, this does take some time, but it is something that's worth setting up if you do want to eventually try to get unlimited materials, because why not, right? Now, to do this, what I like to do is I like to go to the PlayStation settings. You can also actually hit options on the Nioh 2 application, and if you do that, you can also see that you can upload or download your save by doing that. But if you do go to the PlayStation settings, you have to go to Application Save Data Management, and then the first option here is Save Data in System Storage. And from here, we can either upload it to the online storage, or we can copy it to a USB storage device. Now, to upload it, you do have to have PlayStation Plus. But if you upload it, or if you copy it to a USB, you are backing up the save. And then, once we have win on the game, we forged, if we want to retrieve our save and restore it back to normal, we have to go to Save Data in Online Storage, and this will download it to the system storage. So if you uploaded it, you have to use this option. And if you put it on a USB, you have to go to Save Data on USB storage device, and then copy it to the system storage. Either way, we can restore our save by doing that. And that will basically make it like it never happened. So whatever we did, it will basically completely restore it back to normal. Now, if you are uploading to the cloud and that's your way of backing up your save, you're going to want to turn off auto upload. This can mess you up if you're save scumming, because it can automatically upload your game save. And if it does that while you're save scumming, that can really screw you up. So make sure this is turned off when you're save scumming. But in general, it is a good idea to have this on, because I have known people that they have lost all of their game saves. They've lost everything on their PlayStation due to some reason. And they were able to actually download all of their saves back and restore it because they had auto upload turned on. So it is a good idea to have this on, but while you're save scumming, make sure it's turned off because you don't want it to mess you up. Now, I am actually going to go ahead and show something with the save itself. So if I go to upload to online storage, now I can back up my save. I've already done this, so I'm not going to, but there are two saves here. There is your system data, and then there is your character data. Now, the character data, it's got level 400, it's got all those hours on it. So this is the one that you're going to want to actually back up, because the character data has basically everything on it. But the system data is interesting, and I wanted to talk about this because we will be kind of exploiting this a little bit later. But the system data is your settings, it's your clan, and it's your glory. So I want you to keep that in mind. But for the purpose of forging and save scumming in general, you just need to actually back up your character data. That's the important one. So now I'm going to go back on the game and I'm going to start forging a little bit. I'm going to show you how you can save scum to really help you get the star effects. And then I'll show you how you can actually get unlimited materials if you want to know how to do that as well. Alrighty, well I'm back on the game now, and I am going to be forging the Moon Prayer's chest piece because my next build I plan on using 4 pieces of Moon Prayer. Now, one thing I want to show is that on the gauntlets, on the pants, and on the boots, I've actually gotten double star effect, damage and key damage. So for my next build, I want to have that on all of the Moon Prayer armor. Remember, this is a set bonus, so it's not nearly as difficult to get the star effects on a set bonus than it is on a grace bonus. So I would never recommend trying to do that on a grace bonus. That's insane. I just wouldn't do it. But on a set bonus, if you really wanted to get double star effect, it will take you time, but it will eventually happen. It's just all RNG. And due to save scumming, you can definitely get it done. So now, I'm going to go ahead and forge like 10 times here, and then I will actually retrieve my save, and you will see that basically everything will restore back to normal. It's like I never did it to begin with. But I'm also going to be showing how to get more materials if you're interested in that. Because in my case, I actually have 146 of these jawbones, which that's the thing. Like maybe you don't have that many of those. Maybe you only have 20 of them. So that's why you would want to limit yourself while you're save scumming to only do it like 10 or 20 times or however many times you think you can do it. And then you would go and retrieve your save each time. Now, actually, okay, I got the double star effect. Looks like I'm keeping this. Well, that's kind of sucky. I didn't mean for that to happen. I didn't think it would happen in the video, but it did. And I'm happy with that because I wanted to get active skill key damage, but I'm cool with melee key damage as well because that's just general. In fact, it's probably better. So, yeah, okay. I did not expect that. Well, I'm going to go and back up my save again because I actually got what I'm looking for. But the idea, of course, is that if I didn't get what I was looking for, after so many attempts, I would just go and retrieve my save, and then it would restore it back to normal, and it's like I never did any of this. So let me go and back up my save real quick, and I'll show you how to get unlimited materials if you're interested in that. Alrighty, well I am back, and now let's talk about how to get unlimited material. Now the thing is that this is a pretty major exploit. I want to make that clear, and also this does take a little bit of time to set up. Now it's not difficult to do this, by the way. It's really easy, but it does take some time, so I want to make that clear. You can't just do this and be done. You will have to set this up. But this is always nice because in the future, if you're trying to forge something, or if you're trying to get star effects, or whatever it might be, you will have the material that you need because you can get however much of it you want. Now the short answer to this, the way that we're able to do it, is that we're just going to buy it from the Hidden Tea House. You can basically buy any material in the game from the Hidden Tea House. You have to trade glory though. And we're going to be able to get unlimited glory. If you actually look at my glory, I have 5,890,000 glory. So I could buy a lot of stuff with this if I wanted to. Now, to be honest with you, I'm pretty happy with the number I have, but if I wanted to get that number even higher, I can easily do this. Now, the way I'm able to do it is through save scumming. Basically, every 2 to 3 minutes, however long it takes me to close my game, download my save, get back on the game, however long that takes, which is normally about 3 minutes, I can actually get 150,000 glory. It's crazy. Now, you don't have to get that much. You can get a lesser amount, like 20,000 would be fine, but you can really exploit the system. And the reason why you're able to do this is because of what I said before. If you remember, I said that the system save is your clan, your settings, and your glory. That's the key. And then your character save data is everything else. So because those two are disconnected, you're able to save scum and exploit the system. This has been around since Nioh 1, by the way. So it was pretty shocking that they didn't try to fix this, because I guess I just didn't know about this. But people were doing this back in Nioh 1 as well. Now, let me show you what you need to do this properly. The first thing you're going to want to do, and this is why this is easy, is save your teacups. Do not get rid of these. You can hold up to 300. Try to hold however many you can. Once you get close to the 300 limit, or you hit it, you can get rid of your lower level ones. You can get rid of your blue rarity ones if you want to sell them for money. That's fine. But hold on to these. Keep them, because we're going to be able to trade these for glory. Also, your deliveries. You can actually collect deliveries in this game. Now, the way that you do this is you have to put down your blue summon sign, and people have to summon you. So what you can do is you can put it down on farming missions, missions that people will be doing a lot, like Calamity's Pulse. You put it down, and then people will summon you. And then do not collect the delivery. Just save it. Let it build up over time. And then when you want to get glory, all you got to do is actually go and upload or make a backup copy of your character's save data, then hop back on the game, collect your deliveries, and in my case, I get 91,300 glory every time I do this, because my grave was actually summoned by 529 players. That's how long it's been sitting there, okay? And I can also go and turn in my teacups. Now, depending on if you switch clans a lot, or there's a lot of factors to this, but you gotta kind of ignore the number, okay? I want to make that clear, because once I do this, it's going to say that I'm going to get 10,000 glory from this. But that's not true. In fact, actually, I take that back. That is true. What's not true is that 90,000 from before. Because remember, I was at 5,890,000. Now, look at my glory where I'm at now. Look at that. Like, it's more than 90,000. So I don't know why the game told me that. But every time I turn in those teacups, I get like 10,000. And normally I can get way more. I get like 30,000 each time. But I've switched my clan like 3 times this week. So that's why it is lower. But the point is that if you take a look at my glory right now, it's at 6,058,000. So I was able to go up about 150 or 160,000 just from doing that. Now, all I have to do is go and retrieve my save, hop back on the game, and because the glory is connected to the system save, and I'm not exploiting that, I'm just leaving that alone, I'm going to keep the glory. But my deliveries are going to come back to me, and my teacups will come back to me. So now, I'm going to go and get my save, hop back on here, and I'm going to show you that I'm going to keep the glory, but I'm still going to have those teacups, and I'm still going to have the deliveries. Alrighty, well, I'm back on the game now, and as you can see, I kept the glory. I'm at 6,058,000, and let's take a look at the teacups. I still have all my teacups, so I can turn these in and get more glory if I want to. And let's go ahead and check the deliveries now. I still have it. If I grab it, I get the 91,300 like before. And let's actually take a look, because like I said, this number lies. Yeah, I mean, look at that. I'm at 6,214,000. That's basically like 160,000 increase, which is way more than what it said it gave me. So I don't know what's wrong with the number, but the number lies. The teacups, remember, like I said, normally for 300 teacups, I get about 30,000 glory each time I donate them. But because I've switched my clan like multiple times this week, it was only 10,000. But still, you know, I'll take it. Why not? And here's the point. Even if you are getting a lesser number, let's say every time you do this little exploit, you're only getting 10 or 20,000 glory. So what? Do it however many times you want, because you can do it literally unlimited amount of times and get however much glory you want to buy however much materials for what you're trying to forge. Really, you should just buy all of them. Buy like 100 of every material. Why not? That's not a bad idea. Alrighty guys, well that's going to pretty much do it for this video. I wanted to make this to give you guys some tips and tricks on how to get the star effects in general. And I decided, you know what, since I'm going to be talking about save scumming for getting the star effects, why not show how to get the unlimited materials as well, because I'm sure some people will be interested. I know some people are going to look at this and say, well that's cheating, that's exploiting, I don't want to do that. That's fine, don't do it. But the thing is that it's a lot less work to just buy materials than it is so you actually have to sit there and farm for them. That's pretty horrible. So I don't want to do that. I'm sure a lot of people also probably don't want to do that. So if you don't want to do that, all you got to do, like I said, is just put down those blue signs and just leave them. Don't collect the deliveries, and also keep your teacups. That's it. And then whenever you want to get glory, just make a backup copy of the save and save scum. That's it. It's really crazy. Alrighty guys, well I really do hope that you have enjoyed this video. If you have, will you please like the video for me? Be sure to subscribe for future videos and click the bell. That's really important now on YouTube. If you want to stay notified, you gotta click the bell. Thank you so much for watching, and I really do hope that everyone has a very nice day, and peace out.